Hello and welcome to our series on Zettagrid's new storage product, ioSTOR. So what I'm going to do in this video is give you an overview of ioSTOR and also show you how to order it from the My Account page. So first, let's go have a look at the product. So let's click on Compute. So let's click on Virtual Server. Let's click on Price and Build. And what you can see here is that you've got a couple of options. Obviously, we've got the traditional servers and you've got our cloud data centers. So what we're looking at here is our storage option. So if you hover over the bar, you'll see that we offer storage based on input-output operations, or IOPS. So basically, to cut it short, what this means is that the disks that are running your VMs are limited to a max of the IOP tier that you actually buy. So let's have a look at those tiers. So if you click down, basically we have 4 tiers at the minute. We've got a backup tier which has a max of 100 IOPS. We've got a basic sort of web server tier which is 250 IOPS. There's a mid-server tier which is 500, and there's a high-performance tier which goes up to 1,000 IOPS. So that IOP limit is basically the max guarantee that we can offer. Okay, so let's look at the Cloud Data Center. So in the Cloud Data Center, it's a little bit different. Obviously, you've got a resource pool with Cloud Data Centers, so as well as obviously pooling your CPU and your RAM, you can now pool your ioSTOR storage as well. Looking through the list, again, it's the same tiers as per the VPS. One thing to note here is that there are minimum purchase blocks. So for the backup 100, the blocks are in 500 gig chunks, as you can see there, and the rest of the tiers are basically at the 100 gig block. So let's log into My Account and we'll show you how to order them. Okay, so if we were to do a new virtual private server or a cloud data center, we would go to the catalog, we would choose our processor RAM, and from the drop down here we'd choose our storage profile. Okay, and let's adjust it to what we want to give to the server. Pick your zone and hit purchase. Once you click and proceed, the server will be provisioned with ioSTOR 500, 800 gigs worth. So let's empty the card. Let's take a look now at the Cloud Data Center. And again, let's select our basic processor and memory requirements. And let's select a couple of different options here. So what you can see here, again, is the 4 tiers. Let's pick 500 gigs of backup, and let's pick 100 of each other tier. Now let's hit purchase. And again, the confirmed amounts are placed over there. So let's just say that you've gone through, you've ordered, you've provisioned servers, you've been running on Zettagrid for a while, but you need to adjust the number of gigs for a particular server, and you've run out of your allocation pool for storage. So what you can then do is come in here and adjust. So let's enter the card again. So what I want to show you now is that if you have an existing VDC or Cloud Data Center or VPS, so I'm going to focus on a data center. And as you can see, this data center is provisioned with standard storage and currently has 50 gigs. So let's look at resizing that. Presenting with your previous storage tier, that being 50 gigs. Now the one thing to note here is that you can't remove this until you migrate all your virtual machines off the existing storage profile. Part 2 of this video will go through that, so I encourage you to watch that. So what we want to do here, let's order 100 gigs of ioSTOR 250. Let's add that to the cart. Let's proceed. So we'll actually proceed with this one. Let's finalize the order. And there you go. So in the background, what's happening is the automation provisioning is allocating that new 500 gig storage tier to your virtual data center. So let's hit on refresh and hopefully it's ready. There we go. So now we've got 150 total. So if you look here, the storage type, we've got standard storage 50 gigs and ioSTOR 250. So let's jump into the vCloud Director console and let's take a look what the profiles look like under your virtual data center. So if we click on virtual data centers, we'll see that we've got the DC in question. Let's click on the monitor tab and you'll see that storage is 162.5 gigs, so around about that 150 mark, not forgetting that we actually throw in a little bit of extra just for an over allocation and overhead. Now let's click into the data center, let's click on our storage profiles and we'll see that we've got ioSTOR 250, 100 gigs, and we've also got MyCloud Standard. So in part 2 of this video, I'll show you how to migrate VMs and decommission and remove the old profile.